Hey, thank you for joining my YouTube channel today. For those of you tuning in for the first time, I'm Jewelz. All of my info is in the description for this video. I'm here today with your weekly tarot reading for the week starting September the 12th. And we have the Star card as our jumper today. So we'll just put that one off to the side. We also have the Ten of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Justice card. I'm just going to pull up my Angel Tarot deck and draw a few cards to support the cards that I've just drawn. And, we have the Justice card again. We have the Page of Fire and the Seven of Air. So I'll start here with the tarot cards. So I want to start with the Star card. So the Star card, for those of you into numerology, part of the major arcana of the tarot deck is card number 17. And the visions I'm seeing of this card and the messages with this card is all about following your path. So this is having that strength, having that courage, and just taking that step forward on your path, trusting that you're divinely guided. Now is the time to take that step forward, to really believe in yourself, build your confidence up. Whatever it is you need right now to be able to take that step forward, it's time to focus on that. You are such a bright light, and it's time to shine that light for the world to see. So what is it that you're passionate about? What is it you want to do? What do you want to create for yourself? Now is the time of creation. So I think the next two cards together are part of the universal energy that we might be feeling right now. And with Mercury being retrograde right now, and we've just had that miraculous harvest moon on the weekend, we have the Ten of Swords. And I know for me, this was kind of how I was feeling yesterday, but this is the card of physical exhaustion, just time for rest, feeling tired, not having energy. And what's happening is, and we have the Justice card with that, which is about fair and just decisions, do what you know is right, and standing up for your beliefs. So we're being prepared to be able to stand up for what we believe in, to find our voice, to find our truth. And that exhaustion comes from, part of it is from the universe, because right now we're in a time that there might be a lack of clarity showing up. I know yesterday myself, and this is just in case you resonate, so you understand it's not just you, it's a universal thing that's happening right now, is I was feeling very depleted, very exhausted yesterday, and I did absolutely nothing. I did a little bit of work in the morning, but then it was like, I just did nothing for the rest of the day. I didn't have the energy. And I know a lot of us are going through some shifts right now. So with the Justice and the Ten of Swords together, and then we also have the Justice coming up again, this is a time for us to really do what's right for us. But a lot of us are being led on a path where maybe doing what is right is what's expected. And this is where we can get that overthinking causing that physical exhaustion of, okay, who am I and where am I in this world? Where do I fit in? What are my plans for the future? What do I believe in? And I'm reminded of my childhood growing up, and I was told who to be, how to act, how to respond. And so that level of programming was done from a place where my parents totally came from a place of love, maybe projecting some of their own fears onto me throughout that process. But that is life, and that's why we're here. And those are some of the lessons that we're here to learn. But being able to stand up for what we believe in and doing what we know is right, well, if we've always been told to act and respond a certain way, how do we know what's right for us? And this is where connecting in with our own intuition really helps us. So when the Ten of Swords comes up and shows this need for physical rest, it's also an emotional and a soul rest that needs to happen. And maybe this is what you're feeling right now. So being able to find that time to rest, really connect in with yourself. So whether you're meditating, however it is you connect in with your own intuition, it's crying for you to connect to it. It has this wisdom it wants to share with you, and it will guide you, and you can trust it. And this is a process right now of letting go and shedding the old and embracing the new. And that new is you listening to your own intuitive self. I just remember as a child, my parents telling me, there were certain people, and pretty much it was any adult, that I had to respect and I had to obey and I had to listen to and follow. So it was always, you be quiet, the child is quiet, and you just do as you're told. And I started to question those beliefs, especially as a teenager. You get a little rebellious, but now more and more I'm starting to question, not so much question the beliefs anymore. I trust my intuitive abilities and I allow that to guide who I am and where I go. And what I believe in and what I don't, and what I'm passionate about, because that's part of my purpose and why I'm here, and being able to help others, being of service to others, and how can I do that? So next we have the Queen of Wands, and with that is the Page of Fire. So the Queen of Wands is our connection, and I'm just hearing the words divine power. So understanding how powerful you are and how powerful you can become by focusing on who it is that you are and allowing that to guide you. And then when we look at the Page of Fire, we have outgoing, creative, confident, mischievous. That describes me. Anyways, news of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and your ingenuity. So the Queen is about owning who you are and standing in your power and taking charge of your path, of your life, allowing yourself to be guided and led by your own abilities, your own intuitive instincts, really trusting that gut feeling and getting excited. So things this week are going to be extremely intense in the universe in terms of energy. And we might be feeling a lot of highs and lows, a lot of like, what the hell is going on? What's happening here? This just doesn't make sense. Or, that overwhelming feeling. Information overload is one of the words I'm hearing from Spirit this week. So really focusing on who you are, your originality, your ingenuity, and then creativity. So what can you do for yourself this week? What's going to inspire you? It's important for you to be able to inspire yourself and keep that energy vibration as high as possible, trying to stay in that excitement. Next, we have the Justice card, as well as the Seven of Air. So the Justice card is about fair and just decisions, doing the right thing, standing up for what you believe in. So this is the second time it is showing up here for this week. So this is where we really need to tune in to who we are and listen to our own voice. What do we stand for? What do we believe in? And it's time to take that stand. So Seven of Air is about plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, and poor timing. Well, the poor timing, if we're pushing things and we're really trying to push things forward, with Mercury retrograde, communication is key, but the timing will be off anyways because of the energy that's out there right now. What I'm hearing with this as well is really double checking. So double checking what you're doing, double checking your plans, anything you're writing. So if you're going to post something, for example, on social media, double check your wording. Communication is going to be something that can be easily misunderstood. And I mean, your message is your message, and it's important for you to speak your truth and stand up for what you believe in. People are only going to receive that message from where they're at. So they have all their own stuff, experiences, beliefs, whatever they're working on in terms of emotional healing right now. So whatever you say, it's going to filter through all of that for them, and they're going to hear it the way that they are going to hear it. And that's okay. It has nothing to do with you. But you want to be clear about your communication. Double check things before you send them out. More going on than meets the eye. So there's a lot happening in the world right now. But I think in terms of our spiritual journey, it's kind of a reflection of what's going on in each of us. So there's two messages with us for us personally in our lives. So the first one is we don't always see the whole picture for us. We don't see our path. We don't see some of the things that are working on our behalf, whether it's our angels, our guides, the universe, God supporting us in how we are moving forward and what's coming for us. So there's always that stuff going on that we don't see and we're not aware of. So we're kind of being led blindly. But then sometimes that also goes into the outer world, an outer reflection. We don't always see what's going on behind the scenes. And so then we read into things from our own perspective, our own experiences, and where we're at on our path. So we don't have to have all those answers to move forward. It's important for us to trust and allow ourselves to be guided. So really tuning into your own intuitive messages, and they're getting louder. And I don't know if you're noticing it yourself, but it's really time. And I was talking about this in my VIP group this morning. It's time of awareness for us to be aware of what's happening around us, how things are showing up for us, because the messages will flow. So I receive messages all the time in terms of guidance and what's happening and what I need to do for my path. But then other things will show up throughout the day, sometimes over several days, and then piecing them together, I get other messages. And these are the ones that if you're aware and you're paying attention, you will start seeing them. For example, yesterday, I kept seeing the word willow in pictures of willow trees. So I started to think about willow and look up what symbolism the word willow has and what the willow tree has. And it's about being grounded and having this strength, but being flexible. So in terms of how I was feeling and the energy that I feel coming this week is a great message that we need to be flexible right now. So we can't be so stiff that when the wind blows that it will break us, because we're going to be feeling some turbulence this week and probably into next week. I mean, it's going to feel very heavy for some of you, especially if you're really sensitive. And this is why right now, like self-care, don't allow yourself to become physically exhausted. So making sure your cup is full. What is it you need to do for you? And then moving out of your comfort zone and being able to stand up for what you believe in and being able to speak your truth. This shows me that, and I keep hearing awakenings on a mass scale, that a lot more people are awakening to who they are and starting to look at their truth. And when something doesn't feel right to them, which is intuition kicking in, you're recognizing it and you're stopping and you're saying, hang on, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't feel right. What do I believe in? What is right for me? And then being able to really tune into that feeling and pay attention. Because once you do that, the universe will start to show you signs. You'll start to see them more of how they're supporting you and guiding you throughout this process. Everything is happening in our highest good, even if it doesn't feel like it right now, which is why we need to focus on keeping our vibration high and releasing all that no longer serves us. And things are going to move fairly quickly for us right now. So if we're working on releasing things and there's a blockage, maybe a belief we're ready to let go of, it's all about empowering ourselves. Then these things are hitting hard and they're hitting fast. So don't allow yourself to feel overwhelmed by it. Try and go through the emotions of healing that and keep your focus on how you want to feel, what you want to manifest, because you're just being given an opportunity here to shed the old. The old has got to go, the past has got to stay in the past, and we need to move forward. So those lessons and that experience and that wisdom and that knowledge is coming forward for you. So use that to fuel what you're passionate about, to allow you to follow that in terms of reaching your dreams. Because remember, we're going back to the star card where we started with taking back your power and taking that step forward. No fear, full of confidence, and knowing your worth. You know who you are, and it's time to own it. I'm going to draw a surrender card for you. Actually, I will shuffle them. Surrender to setting limits. So I'll read the message for you on this one. It says, it is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. I was watching my friend Teresa's video this morning and she had boundaries card come up as well. So really important. Sometimes when we stand in our own truth and we start to stand up for what we believe in, I mean, people don't always listen. It might activate or trigger people and they will project their stuff. And it's being able to stand in that truth and having the courage and the strength and not worry about what other people think. You're important, and what you believe in is important. We're all here to support and empower each other. We're all connected on a soul level. So this is about our lessons and our life path and doing the best we can, which is why we're here. So I had a unicorn card jump from the deck, and then I also pulled one for you for this week. We have the card of friendship. So this is time to seek out your soul family. Surround yourself with positive people and spend more time socializing. So I think there's going to be a bunch of people right now that are still in hermit mode. And that's when we really quiet our mind and connect with who we are. But there's going to be another group of people really connecting with others, with like-minded people. It's about moving forward and creating unity. And because we're all connected, it's time for us to come together instead of staying divided. Next, we have the card of innocence. So this is about taking time to play and nurturing your inner child. Live with a childlike sense of wonder. And it brings us to that excitement energy. So this is about raising our energetic vibration and using our imagination and becoming creative. So what is it we can do when we're in that mode of play, that mindset of play? Because we need to get back into that higher. As children, we have this high energetic vibration. So it's important for us to tune back into that energy, that childlike wonder, and just creative and imagination. So I'm going to leave these messages with you for this week. Have an amazing and magical week, and I will talk to you soon.